Hey, blessed day, grateful Gab family. Welcome in to another great episode. We have a special treat, back-to-back weeks with special guests. But before I introduce my special guest, I'm gonna get directly into the daily verse, and then we'll get to do some talking. I'm excited for today's episode. I'm really truly grateful for this gentleman. And again, before further ado, we'll get directly to the daily verse, and then I'll get into the special guest grateful episode. So, daily verse for the date of June 4th, 2024, derives from the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 20, and it states as follows. And the wild beast was caught, and along with it, the false prophet that performed in front of it the signs with which he misled those who received the mark of the wild beast and those who worship its image. While still alive, they both were hurled into the fiery lake that burns with sulfur. Amen. And again, it's from the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 20. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my brother Cam is here today, here with us for the Grateful Guest episode. And I'm again truly honored to have him here. And again, brother, appreciate you for your time today. And I'm looking forward to today's episode, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man, appreciate
Appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm looking forward to this. Like, so backdrop of this gentleman that I know here. I met Cam about, what is this, 2024? I met Cam about 8, 9 years ago. And met him in Vilseck, Germany. And the thing, how we actually became like, cool or whatever, he was my driver instructor. He was like the driver instructor NCO. I got to Germany and I got into a new unit and they was like, oh, you gotta go to driving course or whatever. And I'm like, I had already been to driving course my prior duty station or whatever. And I had my old Army driver license, that type of stuff. And I went up there and told him, I'm like, man, I ain't trying to be in this class. I already did driver training. I know how to drive the vehicle, that type of stuff. And he was like, that's cool. You know what I mean? He was like, give me the license you got and I'm going to get it switched over, right? Whatever, right? So I gave him the license, man. This man probably had my license for like 5, 6 days, bro. Every time I would see him, I'm like, yo, son, you got my license, you did that, whatever. He was like, oh man, this is my car, man. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get to it. He was like, I've been doing the class, I've been getting all these new people licenses together and stuff like that. And that's kind of how I just went off, and then from there on, you just kind of took me in as a mentor, or you took me in as a mentee, excuse me, and just kind of really became my mentor, and then we became brothers. You found out I was married, I was newly married, you were married, that type of stuff, and you just kind of took me under your wing, and kind of went for that, man. So I just really appreciated it, and then just from there, seeing the things that the game you was giving me, about how to how to be promotable, how to advance in the military, those type of things. Cause I remember you just telling me, you were E5 so long, you basically E7 with knowledge, but you was an E5 so long because of y'all points, and in your job or whatever. And you was like, man, I've been, eligible to be this for so long, but the points been like maxed out for the longest and stuff like that. And that I think that was the reason you was telling me why you was even doing the driver's instructor thing, so you can get your points.
Right.
And then lo and behold, you got your points, and then just from there you just start to climb the ranks of the NCOs. And I'm like, man, this guy know a lot of stuff, and like I said, just a great guy. I seen you be, I seen you as a husband, seen you as a father, and I'm like, dang, I'm a new husband. I'm looking to, learn how to be, a good husband. You had, with your wife and your family, your sons. I didn't have children yet, and yeah, I was just, like I said, I was just growing, man, trying to soak as much up knowledge as possible from you, from the military side, from just being, a husband, a father type of thing, and I've seen that, continue to grow over the years. Seeing you become a better father, see you become a better husband. I was able to take some of those good things from you and apply it to myself. What I mean? Even in my coaching side, you was one of the guys who got me introduced to really just coaching first. We coached. I don't, it's probably like years after we've known each other, probably like a year and a half. And you was like, yeah, man, you should come out here and coach with me. You got to coach Cam Little League football, because, Cam, you got sons. And all your sons play sports. Sean, Cam, Kyrie, y'all don't play sports. And, well, Kyrie didn't play sports over there. But,
Yeah, he tried soccer, but he ain't had a focus at the time.
gotcha. Yeah, that European style, that football.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean and Cam played, and you was like, yeah, man, you come out there, and, we about to do football, and then we did basketball. I'm like, yeah, facts, and I knew about the game, and I love the game, and you and I from just having conversations about sports, you trust me enough to be able to, say, man, this guy should know a little something about, some sports, and you introduced me and brought me out there, and now look at me years later, I'm a high school football coach, and I just appreciate those things that, God did for me, put you in my life, put you in my path to be able to, get those things that I still use today. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. Hey, honestly, I feel like that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I seen you, I seen me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I wish somebody the age that you currently was, I'm like, man, if I had the knowledge that I got now at that age, I'd be a step ahead in the game. So I'm like, I feel like it's my place to set somebody else up for success, especially somebody I know that in my eyes, had the potential. You know what I'm saying? You had all you need was a little structure of what you was doing to make you successful. Like I said, I was one of the few that's in the military. I ain't one of them. I want to see everybody win. You know what I'm saying? Especially folks who look like me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I'm like, yeah, man, let me do everything I can. Then, like you said, not only just like drivers training in sports, because for me, my personal opinion, I'd like to try to teach life through sports. Because, I was one of them who's raised without no father figure. And for the
Hmm.
most part, my mom wasn't even in the house. So for me personally, those coaches had a great impact on my life, like, period. Like, those were my fathers. Like, those were the men that I knew, these was the guys who showed me what I'm saying, as a man, you look a man in his eyes, you give him a firm handshake. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that I was taking from them. I'm like, man, so I just want to put that back to the youth here. Like I said, if I can reach out to one person, one kid, I feel like I done did something positive and I did my job.
That's right. Now you definitely have been doing. Like I said, I saw those things in you. Like I said, even wanted to pour into me. Guy you ain't never even know. But I say
Yes.
just your heart. To be able to wear your heart on your sleeve and know. What I'm saying, even from those same situations. Like I said, as we learn one another. I grew up in the same type of situation. Not having a
Yeah.
father in the household. Single mother, and like it's so crazy too. I don't know if I told you this last year. I ended up going to meet my father for the first time at my family reunion.
Mm.
And my old high school football coach, he was there DJing. And I was like, man, it's just so crazy that, like you said, they even had an instance of, those coaches, they were the father figures in your life, that type of stuff. And, lo and behold, man, years later, when I ain't never met my dad and my dad's side, but my high school coach was there, at the family reunion where I first met my father's side of my family. It really stood out to me that, God was telling me this whole time that, this gentleman was molding you to be greater, because even with my head football coach, I told him this too. We bumped head a lot, a whole bunch of times. And then I just really, understood, the hard work he was putting on, he was pushing at me, the work ethic, to push yourself, all those type of things that helped me, like I said, to be to where I was, even in the military, to be at the success I was, from where I was. I became a sergeant in 3 years, 2 years, 11 months, but 3 years type of stuff. And,
Mm.
what it took to be there. And you helped me do that. I remember we was in Poland. We was traveling. You remember what's the sergeant name? The female sergeant, female NCO, Hispanic. I
Uh,
can't remember her name right
you
now.
talking Fergosa?
For go, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Hey. And we was in the field, man, and we was practicing before. We was practicing for the board and that type of stuff before we left. And
then, yeah.
I remember y'all two got me in the field, man. He was like, "Come on, we gotta go study for the board." And y'all was down there, grilling me. We were down there playing domino, just having a
Mm.
good time. But it was still like a good. It was, it was a learning environment, for me to, just push myself. You like, man, you got to know this. You got to, blase, blase, and yeah, man, I just really appreciate that push.
Yeah.
That push. You've been there for a lot of things. First time in my life. You supported me in different stuff. I remember, we saw the Eagles win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That was lit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just, like I said, I appreciate, the memories we've had. We've traveled so many places around the world, the exposure, you've introduced us to in a way, what I mean, just kind of getting out of our comfort zone, seeing stuff. Y'all was a big motivating factor of that, even though we traveled on our own, but, seeing the consistency of how y'all, man, we doing this on this weekend. Like y'all was, playing, y'all planned accordingly, planned ahead to kind of maximize the time that we was in overseas, and I took that from y'all to be able to even, all right, what's in the area we can do 2-3 hours from here or something like that. You know what I mean? So it was just a lot of things, a lot of good things I took from you. You know what I mean? All of us aren't perfect, of course, but there was a lot of good things I took from you. You know, having a good heart, you know, being stern, being a great father to your sons. You know what I mean? I had daughters, but still having that stability, having that structure of firmness, you know, with them, you know,
Right.
bleeding by example, you know, all those type of things. You do that for your life and do that for yourself now. Having successful sons, you know, got a son that's a certified mechanic, you know, having a son that's a college athlete, you know what I mean? Have another son who don't just got several awards, you know, moving into what he going eighth grade, right?
He going
What
sixth grade,
type of going
sixth
on?
grade,
Sixth grade. Sixth grade, yeah.
middle
You know what I
school.
mean? Graduating elementary school and, you know, all type of awards, principal list, you know, any award you could think of, you know, he was getting them. You know what I mean? And again that goes from the head, you know, being the example as the father and the husband in the house, and then showing them, hard work and working at something is going to benefit us, you
Right.
know, and you showed that, and I appreciate that, man. So,
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, man, just pouring into others. Like I said, I think it's just so important because growing up, like you said, without that father figure in my household, if nobody would have poured into me, I already know, hey, I wouldn't be the man that I am today for sure. You know, I wouldn't be a father, I wouldn't be the husband, you know, so I wouldn't be the coach, I wouldn't be the mentor, I wouldn't be none of that. You know what I'm saying? I salute all the men throughout my life, you know, just it's men who like they weren't even really in my life, but just they showed me something. You know what I'm saying? Now I was able to sit down and see it. All right, this is what a father looks like. This is what a husband looks like. This how you lead a household. You know what I'm saying? This
mm-hmm.
how you can, you know what I'm saying, certain, especially with boys. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a time in their life where they need that father. They need that discipline. They need that structure. There's gonna be a time when they gonna need that friend. You know what I'm saying? But I've been trying to figure out and navigate how to be all of those. You know, as a
Mm-hmm.
young man, that's when they need that discipline and that structure. When they get a little
Mm-hmm.
older and they start learning life on their own, that's when you become their friend. Like, hey, not so much as a friend, like, hey, buddy, but hey, let me sit down and give, like you said, give the game. It's what I
Mm-hmm.
learned. Everything that I've learned throughout my life, I feel like others, or at least, and of course, my kids, they shouldn't have to learn that way. I want you to learn from my experience. So, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm a 41-year-old man. You only 19. If you know everything that I know as a 41-year-old man, when you become 41, you can't help but be better than me. And
That's
that's my
right.
goal. Like I said, for you to be able to make good decisions and, you know what I'm saying, and just do right. You do right by people, right to be done by you. I'm a firm believer in that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because you know God is love, and you show love, and you do like I said, you show love to other people, man. God gonna show love to you. You know what I mean? Plain and simple. So,
Right. And like you
yeah,
said,
man.
like when we met, like sometimes, like I don't even question why. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, like I seen you in class. Hey, we hit it all right off. You know, start
Yeah, yeah.
talking about sports. You know what I'm saying? Talking back and forth a little smack because your team wasn't my team. But like you said, you know what I'm saying? That's the way it's supposed to be. It gave me something to
Yeah.
look forward to. You know, I ain't thinking about, man, I got to get up at 5:30 for PT, or hey, I'm like, man, let me go find this Eagles fan and go get on his head.
Watch out, man. Fact, even bringing it up, man. I enjoyed it so much. I remember when I went to, what did I go to? What unit did I go to? I had left us,
Oh,
and then
wow.
I went to graph, and I came back. I was at 3-2 then. I was still coming up for PT and everything. You
Yep.
know, I just do my own thing. But I enjoy it. You know, I enjoyed being around, you know, your soldiers, being around y'all because it was a family. You know what I mean?
Right.
The structure, the respect level was there. You know what I mean? The network, you know, you network. You know so many people. You know, and from me knowing you, I network and I learned so many people. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like you put me in rooms with a lot of people. You know, a lot of people with different power, a lot of people with different knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I try to do. You know, for no instance, like you said, when gentlemen like you poured into me, you know, I try to do the same thing, and I feel like I've always tried to do that. You know, help people who were unguided because you seen, you know, we've lived our own lives where we didn't have enough guidance. You know
Right.
what I mean? So seeing that from our youth and coming up, and then seeing, like I said, seeing people love us and pour into us. You know, it just, you know, for the people who really love and wear their hearts on their sleeves, it helps them to be able to do the same thing, to take those lessons that were good and apply them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, man, definitely, you know, beneficial. Like you said, kicked it off from the beginning. You know, learned so much. You know, been through a lot of stuff together. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Just really, you know, overcoming different stuff, learning different things.
Yeah.
You know, experiencing different things. And I just, like I said, just, you know, me personally, it definitely helped me to get to where I am now. You know, even in my faith, you know, a lot of different stuff. And it just, you know, it's really, it's a benefit. And just even after we left, overseas. We went our separate ways. It's still the same thing. Communicating. I mean, staying involved, staying in contact with my kids, with your children. The
Hmm.
milestone they've reached. Type of stuff. And I just really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate the genuineness of our relationship, of our brotherhood,
Right.
and I'm looking forward to the continued growth from that. So.
Right, right. Me too, bro. And hey, let me take time to say, hey, got three beautiful girls. You know what I'm saying? And the first chance I get, I'm gonna be on that road to come see them. I'll put that on the record. I will be there to see them. I'm coming.
Well, we're gonna be
but
looking forward to it, man. We're gonna be looking forward to it.
but yeah, you speak a lot, like I said, about like family and networking, like a lot of that stuff. Like I was doing, and at the time, I didn't even really realize that that was what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, I had family issues to where my blood wasn't there for me. So I had to find a way to create my own network with my own family. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you was a part of. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I can rock with this dude, he my type of dude, stand up guys. Like I said, and I look back at it like every male that I call a friend or a brother in my life are all we all the same. Outstanding fathers. Hey, we gonna go through hell and high water for our kids, our wives, for our family. Like
Mm-hmm.
that ain't even gonna be a question. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm just proud of that, of the network of men that we can say that we are. Because I really honestly I couldn't even tell you what sent me down the road that I went. But like I said, that ain't for me to know. This is for me to make it happen.
So yeah, we just gotta live our life. Yeah, God know our life, man. I
Right,
tell people, we just a story liver. The story's hard to read. We just live the story.
right,
Like I said, we where everywhere we're supposed to be. When we be there. What I really respect and I appreciate, from our brotherhood and our relationship, that I've been able to see the growth in me as a man. Like I was a young kid. I was a
right,
young cat. 20, 21. When y'all met me, when I got married, and I got married young, that type of stuff. So I really wasn't there doing all the things that a man should do, and to carry himself. And I've been able to learn and grow and see myself. I'm like, dang, I was XYZ age and doing this with Cam. Not specifically saying doing it with you, but I'm saying I was moving that way
yeah,
when I knew you. You know what I'm saying? I knew you wasn't moving that way. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I just had to, kind of learn for myself. Like, all right, I see what Cam doing. I'm doing opposite of that. Let me try to be better.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? His household seemed happy, even though my household happy, but you had, not you had it out, sons, you had your routine, you had your, children, your wife, the family aspect of the things, even inviting my wife and I over to just be able to see how, y'all family operated. It helped me a lot, to be able to see, okay, when I have kids, I want to implement this, blase, blase,
right.
be self-sufficient in these things. So when I do have children, I can teach my kids how to do this, I can, what I mean? So yeah, man, I just really appreciate that, so
Yeah, all that.
even even with the financial side point, what it takes to, make sure you're good. You need to have XYZ together to make sure you can take care of your family.
Right.
Have XYZ,
Build
credit. You
credit.
talk a lot about credit, all that type of stuff, man. So
Right.
yeah, man.
And like you said,
I appreciate
them some of the conversations that what I didn't have growing up. I'm like, man, I wish somebody would have talked to me. So now anybody who gonna listen, hey, I'm in their ear, credit, this and that. And like I said, I came up with this line that most, because growing up the way we grew up, credit, we don't even talk about credit. That ain't even a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, if I can get out here and help, like I said, like I got to the point where I got pretty good with the credit. You know what I'm saying? And at one point, I would charge people, I would fix their credit, and I was doing my thing. But then I was like, man, at this point, I got to a point to where I don't even want no money. I said, I'm gonna show you how to fix your own credit so that you can go fix somebody else's credit. You know what I'm saying? Just pass it down. And then like I've been saying, hey, people who look like us, you know what I'm saying, who've been behind for years and years of, what I'm saying, what we done went through with our forefathers, we can try to start winning. I'm saying we can be on top, and it don't. It's not a me versus you. It's like we both. You know what I'm saying,
mm-hmm.
can win. I can win. You can win. I can have a happy house. You can have a happy house. You know what I'm saying, we both can be good fathers. It ain't got to be a good guy, bad guy type thing. And like you said, as a brother, if I see you doing something wrong, it's my place to tell you. Like, look, bro, no,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't the way you move. Or like I said, no, that ain't the way I move. Or I tell you my reasoning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I done been out in the streets. I done did this. I done did all the above. I'm done with that. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I had to realize that I had to make my mind up that I was done with it. And when I was done
That's
with
right.
it, it was nothing.
Yeah, like I'm glad you even said, like you said, when you understand and you finally make your mind up of what you got to do, like you said, it really is easy. You know what I mean? Like because you in your heart the whole time you already felt like it wasn't right.
Right.
So when your heart and your mind, get on the same page and get on the same accord, like I said, it makes it easier for you to understand. Okay, this is what Cam was telling me, or this is what this person was telling me, or this was what I've seen myself do this, and now I see the results of it happening to somebody else, and why how I can benefit and both ways. They could benefit from me informing them of what I did, and I could benefit also by seeing, man, you that didn't happen to you personally, but you could see, being foolish and doing these type of things, what they could lead you to. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like, yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I about to say something. I think you remember the time we went to Belgium
Yeah. Yeah.
and we had them Belgian waffles. We was in that restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
and I ordered the Belgian waffles, man, and I was just so excited that we had these damn waffles, and they brought the waffles out, man. I had them in America. I was so hot, boy. I just knew I was gonna have some exotic food, man.
Right.
But
Right.
but now we've had several experiences, man, in so many different countries. Just enjoyment, like I said, seeing and stuff, experiencing these things, just enjoying it, enjoying life,
Right.
enjoying life, man. And I'm looking forward to us, on this side of our relationship, outside the military, to go, continue to go and explore the world and do different things and experience things we couldn't do, And we
Right.
going back to Amsterdam too.
Right.
We gonna be,
Oh, definitely be a whole different experience this time.
yeah, fast. So we going back to the Netherlands, man. Shout out to the Netherlands too. They one of the country that support my podcast. So
Oh,
I
yes.
definitely brought the time up. We went to Amsterdam, so that was super super dope. So
Mm-hmm.
um, but yeah, man, like I said, just appreciate the moments, the memories, man, just the relationship still to be able to, be on the same, be on the same page of mutual respect, love that we had,
Yeah.
years ago to where we are now. You know what I mean? Even you, being more mature than me, seeing my growth from when I was a 20, 21, 22 year old man to, to where I am now, to how I'm moving. You know what I mean? Like, so
Right. Pretty good.
I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. And the funny thing is, I met my oldest brother last year too. He 40. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So it was like God was just telling me, like, man, you've been had a big brother that you need to listen to, but this is a big brother I gave you without knowing your other brother. You know what I mean? So when I had met him and I transitioned to, having an older brother figure in my life. I got an older brother now on my mama's side, but he a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
Like I say, y'all 10, 11 years older than me. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so it's like, yeah, man, it's a big difference. It's a big difference of experience, of understanding knowledge, all these type of things. So I just really appreciate y'all pouring into me, man. And they give me a lot of hope and motivation
Yeah.
to pour into my youth, pouring because I know I've had good men pouring to me, you know what I mean?
Right.
Especially just even, being a man of God, God pouring into me. And that opening doors and that opening ways for him to bring people in my life for a reason and not seasons. And you definitely another one of those gentlemen, who's brought in my life for a reason. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I really appreciate God for that. So
And like you said, we're all people of God, or however you want to package that.
hmm
God may be putting people in your life or things in your life every day, and you don't even realize it because you don't see it. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Once you step onto that spiritual journey, you'll start recognizing, you'll start seeing things. Like say you'll be able to recognize good people. Like, okay, this is a good person. Okay, this young he look like I can help him out with something. But on that same accord, I can be like, hey, I'm not really gonna mess with dude because I don't vibe with him. You know what I'm saying? He got a bad vibe. I'm just gonna, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start to really open your eyes and, what I'm saying, start hitting that spiritual part of yourself and who
hmm
you become. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely dope too.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, that navigation, like you said, being in tune with your spirit definitely allow you to be able to navigate, feel that energy of, who being in positive, who showing love, who being with God. You know what I mean? Even carrying themselves to be able to show people respect, treat people how they want to be treated, treat people how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Because so in your scripture, you said something about false prophets. You know what I'm saying? We can apply that to our everyday life. It may not necessarily be a false prophet, but it may be somebody who's acting as if they're your friend. And they
mm-hmm,
really not. They might be standing right next to you. That's not really your friend. Like you said, your friend is going to reach out to you. Like you said, we done been across countries. We split. We've been thousands of miles away, but we pick up the phone, we pick up right where we was at. Like
Mm-hmm.
never left. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Girls can call me, my boys can call you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It don't matter. Like I said,
Yep.
that's that network and that's that family. You know what I'm saying? That
Yep.
we built.
Yeah, we locked in, man. Look, Cam, all them boys already know that they my family, man. I love y'all. We love y'all. We family. You know
Definitely
what I mean?
there you
So,
are
like,
too.
yeah, we already know, yeah. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited as the summer goes on and we try to get some stuff, coordinated, that type of thing. But just even our lives, man, as we continue to go forth, Cam continue to, pursue his collegiate career and get better. Kyrie growing, Sean doing this thing, my girls growing and going to school. We got stuff, in the works over here for, my podcast, different businesses, different things like that, man. We
Right,
just all
right.
coming together and going up, man. So, hey, like I said, just even now, the relationship we've been, 9, 10 years down the line is benefiting, both of us in a way. We're,
Mm-hmm.
we're both getting better, but then, like I said, that network factor is still coming into play.
Right.
You got me, involved with a gentleman, in the fashion industry that's going to help me out a lot.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? He's a great guy. Shout out to
Shout out
D.
to my boy Diggy.
Yeah,
Give me them
shout out.
laces.
Yeah, give him them laces, right? Shout out to my boy Diggy. Make sure y'all go follow him on Instagram. Give me them laces.
Give me
So
give me M
great guy.
laces.
Give me them. Yeah, M. Yeah,
IMMEM laces.
yeah,
LACES.
yeah. Give me them laces. Yeah,
My man.
yeah, man. Yeah, fact. I'm definitely looking forward to working with him. We kicked it off great. But like I said, that's just me. That's a benefit of me knowing you. Of our relationship growing and to you trusting me to, you know, be a part of, put me in line with this guy, for
Right.
me to be
Right.
professional enough, to me to
Hey,
be driven enough to work together, to achieve something with this gentleman. So,
yeah, hold
I
on, bro.
appreciate
Let me cover something real quick before we get. While I got it on
it.
top of my mind, something that just happened right now on the radio between us. That I, as a man, especially as a black man, I had to learn like that. Like I say, okay, can't David? You know what I'm saying? You my brother. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So me as a black man, I should be able to tell you I love you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
fact.
And not look at that as a weak thing or a weak sign of weakness. That's actually a sign of strength. Like
Yeah,
letting people know, look, this my brother. Like I love, so you know that I love him like I love one of my sons. So you know what I'm saying, you're gonna expect the same thing reaction that you would get with one of my family members because I you know what I'm saying, I love this dude.
yeah, facts.
But I
Yeah,
know
bro.
for the
You might.
like I said, as a 40-year-old man, for probably 30 30 years of my life, that was always looked at as weak. Or and I'm not everybody don't look at it as weak, but in our community, we don't see black men, brother. Hey, bro, I love you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Make that make let's normalize that. That's some of the stuff that should be going on right now, and that'll kill a lot of other stuff that's going on.
fact.
So yeah, I just wanted to, cause you know what I'm saying. My around this time last year, I lost one of my brothers. You know what I'm saying, but he's the one who actually brought that to me, and like we started like, hey, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And at first, it was kind of weird, but I'm like, for what? And when it just became regular, so I said, people in my life, you mean something to me, or whatever. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you know how I feel. Hey, I love you, bro.
Yeah, you already know I love you, man. You my brother, man. And
Right.
and and the thing that made it easy for me to be so open to let my brothers and the people who I love that I'm in, let them know I love them, because I was raised with my brothers, and my mama, that was big in our house.
Yeah.
I love you, I love you, and I told my brother, I grew up on that. So when I did find gentlemen in my life who became my brother, I wasn't shy to let them know, hey, bro, I love you. And some of them didn't take it right. Some of them, like you said, some of them not used to hearing that from another
Mm-hmm.
guy. So, you know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely should norm that, because there's nothing wrong with you loving, another man or another woman. There's not nothing like, oh, I love you, I'm in love with you. No, but I care for you, you my brother. Like,
Right.
this is the same way I would lay my life down, like I said, for my church, for my family. I do the same thing for you. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, so that's where that love come in. It's genuineness. You know what I mean? And God is love.
Right.
So people stray away from love because they don't love God. They don't believe in God. You know what I mean? So we have to be able to just keep him grounded, keep him at the head of our life, and he's gonna show us the real love. You know what I mean? So people get so misled, in this world, and they think everything is God's fault. But people, we have to learn and understand that Satan. He run the world. And
Right.
he don't like that word love. He don't like to see people happy and grow and have relationships and build one another and keep God in their life. You know what I
Right.
mean? And the ones who are blind and the ones who with him, that's what they see. They're like, oh, you love somebody? What? Like it's a negative connotation in them. You know what I mean? So
Right.
uh, But yeah, I definitely appreciate you bringing it on the record, man, and just letting it be known that we as men, period, but especially as black men in this country, need to let our people know that we love them, and we need to know, and they even as men, we need to know that we're loved by somebody. That somebody care for us. You know what I mean? Because obviously, being a black man in America, being black, period, but definitely being a black young boy, black man, everything is against us. The
Right.
system, the way people look at us, they're afraid of us. All these type of things that have been stemmed in this country and this world for so long. It's overshadowing the love, and the love had to be on top again. You
Right.
know what I mean? So
And
for sure.
hey, shout out to your overseas listeners again, because but our military experiences in these other countries, going to Germany, going to Poland, and see how respected we was as black men there,
Mm-hmm.
opened my eyes completely. Like, the
Fact.
place that I'm raised, I'm looked down upon, and I come thousands of miles away to come help some little small rinky-dink country, and they look at me like I'm a king.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at me like the king that I am.
Fact. That's right.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's right.
saying? I'm like, okay, yeah, we about to stand on this bit. We about to stand on this.
Yeah, they see the royalty in us, like you said, I definitely appreciated it too, that exposure to see people all around the world. Like I said, us being in America, being frowned upon, but going into another country, being welcomed with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
Being shown a sign of respect. Being shown the sign of tradition, just like it is in their countries and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I tell people
Right.
all the time, we got to be exposed, man. Become exposed to life, because some people get so consumed and get so drowned in negativity hearing from our own country that they don't believe that there's love and success and happiness in other places of the world. You know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate God for, putting that in my heart to go to the military, because it helped me out, man. It helped me out, financially in my life. It helped me out spiritually in my life. It helped me out morally in my life. You know what I mean? So it was definitely, a great thing. And then again, the brothers and the gentlemen I have met in the military has excelled me and has, helped me, push me forward. So, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But as always, brother, I appreciate you for tuning in, man. Pulling up and supporting me. Through everything I do. You know what I mean? You've
Oh,
always had my back. Try to give me gain up to what I can do better. All these type of things. Like I said, put me in a
definitely,
room with people that's gonna help me out. I always appreciate that, man. So
definitely, no problem at all. You ain't got to thank me for that. That should be expected. If it's
yeah,
something I can do for you, I'm gonna do it.
I'm already knowing, man. I'm already knowing. No brainer. About
Yep.
to say something, man. I want you to pull back up one of these sports shows on Thursdays and Saturday, man. Get to talking
Oh,
before the
definitely.
season get going. Even
Hey,
during the season. You know what I mean?
look, doing the sports show, I might need a seat. I might need to be on that thing daily.
Know what I'm saying? Well, every Thursday and Saturday I got a co-host for Thursday right now, my cousin, but I can always have multiple people on there too. But
Right.
I don't got nobody for Saturday right now. I
Hey,
just do it myself. But
you ain't got no Buckeyes on there, so y'all might try to kick
oh
me out the
Lord,
room. Hey,
oh
you know,
Lord,
we doing it. We running the world, baby.
man, y'all is not doing that. We ain't gonna see. Please, yeah, he gonna
Hey,
be back, y'all. Don't
it,
worry about it. He gonna be back, and we gonna get to talk about these sports. We
definitely,
gonna get talk. Yeah, man. But again, brother, I appreciate your time this morning for tuning in and being a part of the show. And I look forward to seeing you again, and just look forward to, again, building memories and experiences in our life and learning and growing together and giving back and impacting the youth in the ways we can continue to do that we've done before. So I'm looking
definitely,
forward to that, man.
definitely. Like I said, anytime you need, just let me know. Give me the time and date. I'm here. Let's do it. You
Facts,
know what I'm
facts, facts.
saying? Much love, Keisha and the girls. Give them all the
Yeah,
kids. Tell them we love them. Love you
yeah,
too,
facts.
bro.
That's saying y'all. Yeah, I love you too, dog. Yeah, and my brother Cam, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all turn the episode up, man. Shout out to my boy Cam. And we're gonna keep rocking, man. So y'all be tuned in for him to come back on again, and we'll go from there.
All right, bro.
I love you, dog. Appreciate you again, man.
Yep.
Peace.